Jason and Danielle. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done one of these letter things, and I've had people bring it up to me, and I haven't written Jason and Danielle a letter in a long, long time. So here we go. First off, congratulations. Y'all done went and created a tiny human. That's big news. Bigger than a buck in a rut chasing through the woods in November. I mean, I always knew you two were capable of great things, but creating a whole new person? Shoot, that's next level. Now, I may not be what y'all call a parenting expert, but I got common sense, and sometimes that's more useful than all them fancy baby books. So, as a seasoned observer of life and questionable decision making, I figured I'd lend you some advice on what not to do when raising a youngin' on Someday Ranch. Number one, do not under any circumstance let the baby nap in the chicken coop. Okay, so I know, them little baby chicks are adorable. And baby, you're thinking, Book, wouldn't that be the cutest photo ever? Nope, it wouldn't. Unless you want to explain to your kid later in life why they smell like Barnyard for the first 6 months of their existence. Just keep the baby away from the chickens. Chickens are messy, and trust me, from personal experience, they ain't got no respect for no personal space whatsoever. One minute your sweet baby's cooing peacefully, the next, a hen's trying to peck at their pacifier like it's a corn kernel. Ain't nobody got time for that. Number two, don't let the baby ride a pig before they can walk. That's very safety, can't be taking a break ever on Someday Ranch. We know this. Look, I get it. You got livestock, and at some point, you're going to want to introduce the kid to the ways of the land. But please, I beg you, don't strap the baby to a pig like some kind of frontier rodeo show. It might seem like a good way to build up their, core strength. That's what they call in the stomach area. But that baby's going to be holding on for dear life while old Breakfast the Pig runs for the hills. Plus, if the baby gets bucked off, you're going to be looking at a whole mess of tears. And not just from the baby, that pig's going to be emotionally scarred for life too, as well as you and, whoever else might be in the general vicinity at the time of the booking. So, and then we got number three here. Okay. So you got no using the tractor as a baby rocker. Babies need to go to sleep and stuff, and they got those little swings that go back and forth. Please use one of those and do not use the tractor. And, sometimes you got to get creative with lullabies. But they just ain't cutting it when you're singing the lullabies or Jason singing a Blink-182 song to them. You know what I mean? But there's the thing. Babies don't need to be broke in like a new saddle. You put that baby in a car seat on the hood of the tractor, and the next thing you know, you're going to be explaining to the neighbors why the little baby someday thinks the sound of an engine cranking means it's bedtime. Or, you end up having people knocking on your door wondering what you're doing because you got that loud, noisy stuff going on all the time. Number four, don't name the baby after livestock. I think this one's very important, okay? I know you get a lot of beloved animals on the ranch. We watch it. But let's keep them names where they belong. We don't need no baby Bessie, little Piglet, or Junior the donkey walking around. You call that child Goose just 'cause it sounds cute. And next thing you know, they're honking at strangers and chasing folks through the yard, flapping their arms like they's wings. And let's be real. A kid named after a cow is bound to have some identity issues, okay? Number five, no swapping the baby's formula for coffee and creamer. I know coffee, or I should say creamer, runs in your veins, Jason. But let's hold off before passing that sacred tradition onto the young'un. We don't need a baby buzzing around the house like a hummingbird on a sugar rush. You give that baby a sippy cup full of coffee or creamer, and you might as well prepare yourself for a nighttime battle you ain't gonna win. Ain't enough bedtime stories in the world to calm down a baby hopped up on caffeine. That's the truth right there. I know from personal experiences too. It's just this real dangerous situation. And then we got number 6 here. No baby wearing while riding the dirt bikes. Jason, this one's also pointed at you, even though I know Danielle does like to peruse on the dirt bikes, here and there, whatnot. This one's pretty simple though. If you're out riding a dirt bike or attempting a massive jump, don't take the baby on the dirt bike for at least the first 6 months. That's real important because they don't have, the moves like a spider monkey yet to get any of that stuff done. Okay, and then we'll go on here. So got another one. Number 7. Do not use the baby to test the electric fence. Okay, now we've all been there. Okay, you see that electric fence wire and you want to grab it, and I feel like this is one that should go without saying, and I'm sure that you guys won't, but it's still one of those things, it's just like, don't leave a plastic bag around a baby, okay? You just need to have these things out there just in case, okay? So, I know from experience, curiosity gets the best of us, like I said, but there are better ways to figure out if the fence is on. Like, I don't know, touching it yourself. Let's not make the baby's first lesson in physics involve involuntary breakdancing, okay? While breakdancing can be really fun and cool, and we saw that, in the Olympics, some people doing that. I didn't even know it was an Olympic thing. That kind of blew my mind. Buck's always surprised when he watches the Olympics and there's new stuff going on. But they was doing breakdancing last time, and that just completely blew my mind, okay? Okay, then we got number 8 here, okay? Please do not let the baby learn to crawl in the barn loft. Ain't nobody need to be chasing any tiny explorer through the hayloft like it's a corn maze gone wrong. Next thing you know, you'll be explaining to the doctor why your baby's first steps were actually in their first fall. Now, as I bet you can imagine, just by the way I think and talk and whatnot, that I fell a lot when I was a baby, maybe dropped, I don't know. But this is just something that I'm just bringing up just to make you well aware of. Then there's number 9. Avoid giving the baby a pet possum. I know possums seem kind of cute from a distance, but trust me, you don't want your baby bonding with one. Next thing you know, that possum's sleeping in the crib and refusing to leave. And you got yourself a lifelong unwanted house guest. Okay? Now here we go. Now this is the last one here. Okay? Number 10, do love that baby like crazy, which I know both of you guys will do. All jokes aside, y'all are going to be amazing parents, okay? That baby's going to grow up surrounded by love, fresh air, and a whole lot of stories to tell. Someday ranch is going to be the best place for them to learn about life, laughter, and maybe even a little bit of mischief. And if they turn out even half as good as their folks, they'll be one incredible kid. So congratulations again. Buck loves y'all, and I hope one day I get to meet the newest addition to the ranch. Sincerely, or is that sincerely? Sincerely, Buck.